All right, so let's just settle into our meditation posture. I left the window open, the door open here, so you can hear the birds as they're waking up. So feet flat on the floor if that's how you're sitting, but if you're sitting in the regular cross-legged position, try and make sure you are not leaning, unless you're sort of injured or not very well, try not to be leaning up against the surface that you're sitting on, if possible. For some people, if you're sitting on a couch, sometimes it's a bit difficult. And try and have the surface you're sitting on fairly firm. So other than that, if you're sitting at your desk, feet flat on the floor, really try and feel the earth beneath your feet. The soles of the feet. Sits bones, shoulders align with the hips, and just lengthen your spine. And imagine your spine is a string of pearls of light stretching from the base all the way up through the crown of the head and beyond. So just imagine you're lengthening. Take a nice deep breath. And this time, this very short period of time in our day, is just for you. Just for you to work on yourself, give yourself this gift of silence and practice, so then you feel a little bit stronger then to go out and deal with the world and others. Bring your awareness to the crown of the head and relax the scalp, the forehead, the eyes, the nose, the cheeks, the mouth, back of the head, back of the neck. Allow your shoulders and your shoulder blades to drop down. Relax the throat, the chest, the belly, and all of your limbs. And then bring the mind to the breath. Just notice the sensation of the air as you're inhaling and exhaling. So you may feel the sensations in the nostrils, at the base of the nostril, or in the middle, or at the tip of the nose, depending on the shape of your nose or any training you may have previously had in meditation. Some of you may wish to just focus on the rising and the falling of the breath at the chest or at the belly. But when you're doing this meditation as well, sometimes it's helpful to imagine the corners of your mouth very gently lifting, as if you're about to break into a smile, but you don't quite. Now, this helps to brighten the mind. Just notice if there's sounds in your environment and just allow those sounds to be there. Try not to follow with the mind. You may have people in your home, pets. Here I can hear running water. I think the sprinkler system is started. And then just notice the thoughts that are arising in the mind. And just what is appearing to you this morning? What do you notice? What's there with you today? So just allow those thoughts to arise, and you can just kind of look at them in a, as an observer rather than as an involved participant. So just check and see what's there this morning. Try not to follow the story. Put some space in between those thoughts. And one of the ways to do this is to categorize them. This takes us another step back. What am I looking at? Oh, there's some anger. And then don't judge it. Just be happy you've seen it. It's there. It's an opportunity, something to work with. And it's better that you work with these things when you're in a calm place rather than it popping up in a situation where it would not really serve you. And let's just put ourselves on the bank of our river. Notice the quality of the water this morning. Is it different than it was last night for those of you who are in our Vajrasattva meditation? You might notice it changes from day to day. This is the nature of impermanence. This means, thank goodness, we're not going to be stuck in one situation, one mindset forever. Things will change. And then bring to mind all the people of your life, your loved ones, family, all these folks who are so precious. The ones we don't like so much, they're equally precious. But those ones help us work on our mind. And then our strangers. And just remembering that they can all switch place at any time, these people. So we'll do this meditation this morning for all these people of our life. And we wanted to send our love, all this positive energy, all this healing energy to all the residents of Maui, everyone affected by that fire. And then our dear Lorraine, who's not feeling super well, but then we'll also, let's think about him as well. So imagine this medicine Buddha a few inches above the crown of your head. And he's sitting on a moon disk. So this medicine Buddha is just quite a bit of detail there in this image. So if you're not a detail-oriented person, just imagine this is a ball of blue healing light above the crown of your head. It doesn't have to be perfectly visualized. Just kind of get the sense of the presence of this energy above the crown of the head. And he's sitting on a moon disk and open lotus, and his legs are crossed in the full Vajra or lotus posture. So that's each foot over the opposite thigh. And he's facing the same way as you. His body is made of this beautiful blue, sapphire blue light. And every aspect of this visualization is light and radiates light. So it's a very powerful and positive energy above the crown of your head. So his right hand is resting on his right knee in the gesture of granting sublime realizations. So that's, with the palm facing outwards. And he's holding the stem of a Myraban plant, aurora plant, must be a medicine plant, between his thumb and first finger. His left hand is in his lap in the gesture of concentration and holds a bowl also made of this sapphire light, and it's filled with nectar. And this nectar is medicine for healing all our obstacles, our negativities, our illnesses. And he's wearing these monk's robes and has all the signs and marks of a fully enlightened Buddha. Has this beautiful, peaceful face. He's smiling. He's looking at all those people of our life, all the sentient beings in the universe, with compassion and loving kindness. There's no critical thoughts. He accepts you exactly as you are. However it is you're turning up this morning, and it's completely fine. So let's just for a moment contemplate the medicine Buddha above the crown of your head. Understand that he's the embodiment of all the enlightened beings and their extraordinary qualities. And really try and imagine peace, compassion coming from this ball of light above the crown of your head. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment and anger that hold some close and others distant. So we'll just say the prayer to the medicine Buddha one time. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, perfectly enlightened Buddha, medicine Guru, King of Lapis or King of Sapphire Light, I prostrate, go for refuge and make offerings. May your vow to benefit sentient beings ripen for myself and others now. So now just imagine rays of white light flowing down from the heart and the body of medicine Buddha, and this fills your body and it purifies all disease and afflictions due to just kind of all our negative karma, as well as, which is the cause of all our problems anyway. So delusions, mental obscurations, and all these negativities, just imagine they're leaving your body in the form of this thick black liquid like engine oil, and your body becomes clean and clear as crystal. And you can also imagine that all the other beings are being purified in the same way as we recite the mantra. O Taya Tahom Bekanze Bekanze Ma Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samangate So Chaya Tam Bekanze Bekanze Ma Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samangate So Chaya Tam Bekanze Bekanze Ma Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samangate So Taya Tam Bekanze Bekanze Ma Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samangate So Taya Tam Bekanze Bekanze Ma Bekanje, Bekanje, Rajasamangate Soham, Taya Tahom, Bekanje, Bekanje, Maha Bekanje, Bekanje, Rajasamangate Soham, Taya Tahom, Bekanje, Bekanje, Maha Bekanje, Bekanje, Rajasamangate Soha. Taya Tahom, Bekanje, Bekanje, Maha Bekanje, Bekanje, Rajasamangate. Maha Bekanje, Bekanje, Rajasamangate Swaha. Now we'll recite the mantra again, but visualize light flowing from Medicine Buddha. It fills your body again, bringing all the realizations of the path to enlightenment and all the qualities of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. And you can imagine that the same thing is happening to all the other beings, and feel that you and all the other beings have actually received all of these excellent qualities. And you've received the blessings and inspiration of the Medicine Buddha. And you can imagine that this sort of light flows into all the beings who are feeling unwell, all the beings who are suffering on Maui. Just imagine flowing into their hearts so that everything gets resolved quickly, happily, pacifies their grief. And for anyone who's feeling unhappy or unwell right now, just imagine the same thing for them. Taya Tam, Bekanje, Bekanje, Maha Bekanje, Bekanje, Rajasamangate Soha. Taya Tam, Bekanje, Bekanje, Maha Bekanje, Bekanje, Rajasamangate Soha. Taya Tahom, Bekanje, Bekanje, Maha Bekanje, Bekanje, Rajasamangate Soha. Taya Tahom, Bekanje, Bekanje, Maha Bekanje, Bekanje, Rajasamangate Soha. Taya Tahom, Bekanje, Bekanje, Maha Bekanje, Bekanje, Rajasamangate Soha. Taya Tahom, Bekanje, Bekanje, Maha Bekanje, Bekanje, Rajasamangate Soha. Taya Tahom, Bekanje, Bekanje, Maha Bekanje, Bekanje, Rajasamangate Soha. Taya Tahom, Bekanje, Bekanje, Maha Bekanje. Om Bekensi Bekensi Ma, Bekensi Bekensi Rajasamangate Swaha. Really try and feel that yourself and all these beings full of this healing light, all the negativities of the mind, the body, the speech, completely purified. And you feel blissful and light. Now imagine the medicine Buddha. You can also imagine this is the mind of your teacher if you have one. And melts into light. And this absorbs into you through your crown, just kind of melts into you to your heart chakra. And just to imagine your mind becomes one with the enlightened mind of all the Buddhas. So just rest your mind for a moment in a state that's completely clear and peaceful and free from its usual busy thoughts, busy conceptions. Just try and allow the mind to rest and feel that this is your true nature. This is who you really are. And we can meditate like this for about 4 or 5 minutes. Oh, let's just dedicate all the positive energy, the merit that we've generated doing this meditation, that it may bring true physical, mental health and happiness to all sentient beings and be the cause of their eventual attainment of enlightenment. Okay, everybody, lots of love. Thank you so much for hosting, Lou and Mary. I'll stop sharing. I want to see you all. Okay, thanks, everybody. Lots of love. See some of you this evening. Okay, bye.